Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if this is your first time of visiting this channel, click on the subscribe button and smash the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video you will get notified as soon as possible. So last week was a busy week. All right, yes, I made you aware that last week is going to be a busy week. We had the FOMC news, we had the interest rate announcement, and we had the GDP as well. All right, so for the interest rate announcement, we had the Fed increasing the interest rate by 75 basis points. Yes, and for the GDP too, just as I told you last week, all right, the GDP came out as negative. All right, and by that it should tell you that we are in a recession, just as I explained to you last week. All right, so just by that you should know that we are in a recession. But it is very funny how the US government is playing around this whole thing. All right, they want to redefine what recession is. Can you imagine? The US government want to redefine what a recession is. But hey, you and I know that for a country to get faced with recession, it needs to have a second GDP as negative. Right, you should have two consecutive negative GDPs. All right, that is the first quarter should have a negative GDP. The following quarters also, that is the second one, should have a negative GDP. So having negative GDP for two consecutive quarters, that should give you the information that clearly, officially, the US government is in a recession. All right, or the US is in a recession, but the Fed wants to, or the US government wants to redefine recession, which is very funny. All right, so just know that officially we are in a recession. All right, but let's see how the market moves. All right, let's see how the market goes. So we are in a new week. All right, we are in a new week, and we are also entering into a new month as well. All right, so basically let's go through these few pairs and then see what the market has for us going into a new week. All right, so basically we start with the dollar index. All right, we start the dollar index, and then you see what is happening on the dollar index, which is going to influence these markets. All right, it's going to influence these markets. So with the dollar index last week, I made you aware that I'm looking for you to see price get back to this zone. All right, and clearly we are seeing price right here. Yes, we are seeing price right here. And so from the higher time frame, that's from the 12-month time frame to the weekly time frame, it is bearish. All right, I'm really seeing a bearish sentiment entering into the market. And so on the daily it might look bullish to you. All right, but going into this week, I'm really expecting to see a bearish dollar. All right, I don't expect to see this block we are seeing here to hold price. This block we are seeing here, all right, I don't expect to see this bearish candle we are seeing here to hold price. I want to see price break out of this zone. All right, I want to see price break out of this zone to attack this liquidity we are seeing here. So going into this week, I'm expecting to see the dollar index push to the downside. All right, so this is what I want to see. I want to see price break this structure, come back to close up here. All right, I want to see a close here, and then we see a push to the downside. So going into this week, I'm bearish on the dollar index. Let's go to the Aussie and see what is happening. All right, let's go to the Aussie and see what is happening on the Aussie. So for the Aussie, I posted this trade in my channel last week. All right, it is a swing trade, of course. Yes, a swing trade. I want to see price attack this relative equal highs we are seeing here, and already we are seeing some bullish sentiment entering into the market. All right, so far as Aussie is concerned. So going into this week, I want to see price continue to push to the upside. I want to see price continue to push to the upside. So if you're not part of my Telegram community, just look through the description box below. The link is there. Click on the link and be part of the Forex Telegram community. All right, this is a swing trade, just as I said. We reached 57 pips. All right, rate 57 pips, targeting 428 pips. All right, which is about 1:7.49 risk to reward. All right, and that's huge. All right, that's huge. So if you're not part of the Flax Forex Telegram community, just look through the description box below and then be part of the Flax Forex community. All right, and so definitely this week, those of you who were not able to enter last week or who missed this, all right, definitely I'm going to there will be an opportunity for you to enter again this week. All right, there's going to be an opportunity. All right, yes, of which I'm going to alert you on the platform. All right, I'm going to alert you on the channel. So you're not part of it, this is the time that you should be part of it. All right, so that you don't miss this huge move. All right, yeah, so that is just that for the Aussie. All right, that is the AUDUSD. That is just that for GBPUSD. Let's look at some GBPUSD. All right, so if I'm bearish on the dollar index, then definitely I should be bullish on GBPUSD. All right, I should be bullish on GBPUSD. But with this trade, I posted it in the VIP. All right, yes, we are still holding this trade, targeting this liquidity we are seeing here. All right, yeah, so that is just that for GBPUSD going into this week. All right, I will still expect to see price continue to push to the upside. All right, yeah, so I'm bullish on GBPUSD. So going into this week, be looking for buying opportunities on GBPUSD. Let's look at what is happening on USDCAD. So if I'm bearish on the dollar index, then definitely it should tell you that I am bearish also on USDCAD, and we are seeing a very, very beautiful price action here. All right, it's so beautiful. I mean, very, very clear. All right, this clearly shows that price is moving to the downside. All right, to fill these liquidity voids we are seeing here. So going into this week, I'll be looking for entries. I'll be looking for sell entries on USDCAD. All right, yes, let me just make it clearer for you to see. So I'm going to show you where I want to see price retrace back into, and then we see a push continuation to the downside. All right, so going into this week, you are likely to see this happening. All right, price definitely will push. All right, price is likely to push within the zone. All right, since then it push to the downside, since the structure has been broken already. All right, we've seen a break in the structure here. All right, and prior to the break in this structure, we saw price was moving up, all right, into this bearish candle we are seeing here. All right, yes, so that should tell you that the bearish sentiment is entering into the market. All right, because look at this, just look at this here. This is how basically I read price action. All right, we saw this happening first. All right, this massive bearish candle here, that clearly gave me an information that the bears has entered into the market, or the bears have entered into the market. All right, we saw this impulse move and it left a very huge fair value gap here. All right, so right after this impulse move, we saw another leg to the downside, and we saw a retracement back into this fair value gap we are seeing here. It failed to break this structure. All right, it failed to break this structure, and we saw a move to the downside, breaking this sell stops or breaking this structure we are seeing here. You saw price again move up, failed to break this structure as well. All right, moved up into this rejection block, and then we saw price push to the downside. All right, breaking the structure, and we saw price push again. All right, and prior to breaking the structure, it created a fair value gap here. All right, and so we saw price push back into this fair value gap. Just as it happened here, we saw the same thing here too as well. All right, and we saw price breaking this structure. So going into this week, I'm also expecting the same thing to happen. All right, we should see price push to the structure, or push into these bullish candles here, and then we see a continuation to the downside. I'm not expecting to see price, well, we might see price would push up to the zone. All right, but I don't expect to see price break the structure. All right, I don't see price break above the zone, if we will still be bearish on the market. All right, yeah, so that is my expectation on USD CAD. All right, that is my expectation on USD CAD. So going into this week, I'll be looking for bearish movements. All right, I'll be looking for bearish prices on USD CAD. Yeah, so that is just that. Let's look at what is happening on Nasdaq. Let's look at what is happening on Nasdaq. For Nasdaq, I'm seeing price pushing to the upside. Yeah, I'm bearish. Sorry, I'm bullish on Nasdaq. Yeah, I'm bullish on Nasdaq. So I want to see this high being cleared. All right, I want to see this high being cleared going into this week. Yeah, so just know that I want to see higher prices on Nasdaq going into this week. So definitely we are going to see a little bit of a push. I wouldn't be surprised if we see this low being cleared before we see price continue to push to the upside. All right, yeah, so going into this week, I'll be looking for bullish prices. All right, I'll be looking for bullish. So basically I'll wait to see when the low of the week forms. All right, because if I'm bullish this week, I should expect the low of the week to form, and once the low of the week forms, that gives me an edge to enter a buy trade on the market. All right, yeah, so that is going to be my plan. All right, that is going to be my plan as far as Nasdaq is concerned. All right, yes, so if you're not part of the Telegram community, just join. All right, because these days for Nasdaq, I post intraday signals. Yes, I don't hold Nasdaq for long unless I see a clear market. All right, unless I see a clear market, I don't hold Nasdaq for long. All right, I pushed intraday moves. All right, I take intraday moves, and so of which I post them on the Telegram community. So if you're not part of the Telegram community, I'm saying it again, look through the description box below and then be part of the Flax Forex Telegram community. So let's look at what is happening on S&P 500. So Nasdaq, S&P 500 positively correlated. All right, they are positive correlated markets. All right, so if you should see Nasdaq to the upside, expect to see S&P 500 to the upside. All right, yeah, so I will also be looking for bullish prices. All right, I'll also be looking for bullish prices. So definitely we are going to see price shift. All right, this is the last, or this is like a recent structure break. All right, yeah, so definitely you're going to see price shift to the zone. All right, to the zone, and then we push to the upside, or we are going to see price. All right, this candle hasn't closed yet. Yes, it hasn't closed. This candle hasn't closed. So if this candle closes just as it is, all right, then there will be a creation of a fair value gap here. Yes, so there's a fair value gap. So one other scenario we are likely to also see is this. All right, then we see a push to the upside. All right, yeah, so that is my expectation on S&P 500. That is my expectation on S&P 500. So I'm bullish. Yeah, I'm bullish on S&P 500. I know some of you will be wondering, how can I identify S&P 500 on my MT4? Yeah, S&P 500 on your MT4 will come as US 500. Most of the MT4 platforms will come as US 500. All right, yeah, so just when you see US 500 on your MT4 platform, it's the same as S&P 500. When you see US 100 on your MT4 platform, it's the same as Nasdaq. Or when you see NAS 100 on your MT4 platform, it is the same as Nasdaq. All right, those are stock index or stock indices. All right, yeah, so that is just that going into this week. All right, and don't forget, this week we are entering into a new month, and as you all know, the first week of the new month is for NFP. All right, we always have the NFP the first week of the month. So going into this week, we are going to have the NFP on Friday, and so you have to be very cautious on the market. All right, you have to be very cautious on the market. Yeah, so that is just that going into this week. These are my plans. These are what I'm expecting to see on the market going into this week. All right, I wish you all good luck and then good trade. I'll come your way again another time.